Valentine, how you doing?
How are you,
Hi,
Chris?
Jill. Hi, John.
Hey,
Hey.
you look good, buddy. You happy?
I'm great. I'm always grateful to be alive. How are you doing?
We're doing good. I mean, I think we're pretty excited you're on the show as always, and we're excited about the Rose Bowl because, I mean, it's the flippin' Rose Bowl. That's massive.
Yeah, we love it there.
It was funny. I was coming home the other day, and my son Colin had heard me talking about Coldplay playing the Rose Bowl and stuff. And I said, when he got home, I go, "Hey, I got some really good news for you." And he goes, "What? I got some really good news, buddy." He's like, "What? You got tickets for Coldplay?" Like, no, actually, I picked up Chick-fil-A on the way home. Dude, he's so into it. He's stoked about it.
We can arrange that, I'm sure.
All right, well, that's locked in. That's all I needed out of this full interview here.
Yeah.
Let's talk about some Grammy nominations. Congratulations.
Hey, thanks a lot. It's always a nice surprise, and we're just so grateful for all of it. But we've stopped worrying about these kind of things now. So that came as a real out of the blue thing.
So how did you find out? Did somebody call you, or did you just happen to see it in the news, or who let you know that you guys are up for some Grammys?
I have a system of lights on the wall, and one of them's a Grammy alert. And if we get a nomination, the siren goes off, and
yeah,
I immediately have to start dieting.
You might have heard a second ago where we said those things don't mean that much to us anymore. We just they happen. I've got this light system that goes on as soon as we get nominated.
No, I got, you get texted, and
yeah.
But I think it's, at my age, it's sensible not to worry too much. You don't want to, your happiness shouldn't depend on those things.
Right.
It's like it's just such a lovely bonus.
Yeah.
It's not what we do it for, but it's like if you stop someone in the street and say, "Hey, I like your shoes," you maybe lift their day a little bit. It's the same with this.
Right. It's a little bonus for them. Yeah, I got you.
Lift your day.
It's nice too to probably be nominated with the guys from BTS, like knowing a collaboration like that, a song like that is getting recognized too. That's got to feel good.
Like I said, anytime someone says your work is all right, it never feels bad.
Yeah.
At this
When
stage
did you
of
guys
your
win
career,
an award? Have you won an award? You must have won some awards.
We won a Gracie for Women in Media. We won that. We were nominated for a Marconi.
Great. What's that?
That was 2017.
It was lucky to be nominated.
Yeah. Oh, we were blessed to be nominated. That's right. That's like one of those industry awards,
Yeah.
We didn't get it.
Was he an Italian radio inventor?
Yeah, the inventor of Radio Marconi. That's why they went with that. Yeah. We didn't get it though. No.
Well, these things don't mean anything. That's important.
No, that one means something. We actually have the nomination on a plaque in the studio. That one means something. We love that.
So at this stage, what does mean something to you? If it's not the awards, what's the best part of your career where you get the most enjoyment right now?
Well, I mean, like I said, someone giving you a nomination, or it's just nice, but you don't want to let your being depend on it. But it's really great. We love the Grammys. Are you kidding? It's so fun to play. It's so fun to go, and it's awesome.
Mm.
But the question you asked, really, that's live connection is the number one thing, or any connection.
Yeah.
It's such a privilege that we go to a lot of places and you can communicate with people through music,
right,
and meet people, and it sort of edifies my belief in humanity, that connection with other humans. So that's the number one thing.
It's interesting. We talk a lot about you off the air and before we do interviews because we're fascinated by you as a person. We find you to be incredibly entertaining and generous with your time and your spirit every time you come on our show. And there was a question like, is there a bad Chris Martin? Because every time we've encountered you, you've been an absolute joy, kind of a ray of light. But I mean, we all have our ups and downs, right?
Yes,
Does Chris Martin ever have a bad day where he's like,
Yeah, Valentine, every day is an equally good and bad day.
Yeah.
You're really asking the question. I have a lot of tools to get me through the day. Meditation, and I do a thing where I write everything that's bothering me and then burn it. I do that every day.
Every day,
Every day, really?
Yeah, I do a lot of, last year I went through some weird lung stuff. So I do a lot of breath stuff.
Okay.
But every day it's like putting on your emotional clothing, as it were.
Right. I was gonna say
You know,
armor,
I'm
but the
human, but
clothing
I
you
have the
wear.
same.
Okay.
I have the same terrible downs that everyone else does.
It's funny.
But I'm
I've
not going to
tried.
tell you about them because we're trying to talk about nice things.
Yes, of course. And we're not going to get you. We've tried to trick you before to do stuff. We tried to trick you with BTS. We always try to get you with something. But like the journaling stuff, I love that. I think it's really good. To me, it's frustrating because I have the worst handwriting. So I'll journal. I don't burn it. Maybe I should. And then I look back years later. I'm like, I don't even know what I wrote. I can't read
Well,
it.
exactly. I don't journal, you see, because that would mean I'd edit it. So the thing I do is for 12 minutes, I write, and it doesn't have to be legible, but it's awful. It's like, it's really angry stuff.
Right.
And then you have to destroy it. I would never keep it.
That seems incredibly cathartic. Okay, I may try that.
Very cathartic. I'll be like, I did this radio interview and they were still.
Yeah, start burning that right now. Get the here. Let me get a match.
But it really
for
helps me. It really helps me. And there's always a balance, isn't there?
Yeah.
So we have incredible highs doing our job. I mean,
Sure.
Unnaturally high highs. So I think it has to be balanced somehow. And that takes a little work how to handle that.
Talk about the Rose Bowl and the show we can expect there.
It's just going to be a standard jazz metal fusion salsa.
Just what we'd expect
experience.
out of you, of course. Yeah.
Predictable from our band. No, I mean, so we were supposed to play another place last year, and then we had to postpone it because of various reasons.
Mhm.
And the Rose Bowl is our, I'm going to say, equal favorite place to play now, because it's so open and old and beautiful and simple, and it was simple and beautiful. And so we're going to bring our tour there that we've been already doing for a while. But it's LA, so it's home, and it's just very special.
Well, what's the Infinity ticket program? Because I look down here, it says Coldplay is offering their $20 Infinity ticket program for newly announced shows.
Yeah, that's the Infinity ticket is like the cheapest ticket.
Okay.
But you're not necessarily sure where it will be, because sometimes when we get to a building in the day before the show, we realize, we can open up these seats here, or these seats are being blocked, so we have to move this. There's always a little bit of in the moment seating changes. So those tickets we wanted to do for the reason of being extremely cheap, and also there's like a fun to it. We stole the idea off the Stones, I think.
Well, I love that because you're giving people a chance to come see a show at a price that's something they can afford. Whereas we've seen problems in the past with different artists, and we saw what happened with Taylor Swift and everything, where it became so difficult for people to get to a show. It becomes too overpriced or too hard.
Well, people will get to Taylor's show because it's going to be amazing. I didn't follow that story, but I don't think it was Taylor's fault.
No, not at all. It wasn't Taylor's fault. It was the ticket situation. They were testifying in Congress about it the other day, and they were all trying to quote Taylor. It's very funny.
Right. Yeah, I mean, coming to a big show is a pain. It's really hard. And we understand that. I mean, that's why we try so hard to make it good, in a way.
It is, because I feel like when you leave a Coldplay show, there's this theme of love and hope, and everybody's connected, and it's an experience. So I was so happy that you guys are coming back to the Rose Bowl. That was the last time I saw you guys, was at the Rose Bowl, and it was honestly one of the best shows I have ever been to, and I'm so excited. Tickets go on sale today. And you guys are going to be back, because it's
Remember
really
when I looked at you and waved? Remember that?
I remember. Yeah, I was like, Chris, you saw me. It was great.
I don't doubt that. He's that nice of a guy. I don't doubt that at all. Hey, I was going to ask you a favor too. This is down the road. It probably won't happen, so you can say yes, because it probably is not going to happen.
Okay,
you know, they do that a Hollywood Walk of Fame type thing here in LA.
Yeah.
If ever by chance I got one on there, they need a star to like introduce somebody. If you were available, you would do that for me?
Yeah.
That's very nice of you. It's probably not going
to
to happen.
That for someone else.
Can't
remember who.
It's a very impactful moment, isn't it?
No, because I've been to two, but one of them I was just a guest, and one of them. Anyway, I'll remember.
We'll come back to that sometime. Listen, my friend, I can't wait to see you. It's so good to see you here, even on Zoom and stuff. We're glad you're doing well.
How is your lives going? Are you okay? What's the deal?
I'm good. Well, yeah, I'm doing well. You know, married 25 years this year, and we have that 14-year-old son, Colin. It's his first year of high school. He's a freshman in high school, and we moved to a different area. So it's a big change for him that freshman year, but he's doing well. He's thriving. Thank you.
Yes, that's just a rough couple of years for everybody.
Yeah. Are you ready for the kids to go off on their own and go off to college and stuff?
Yeah, my daughter's like, she's gone already.
Has she?
She made her
She's
debut
great.
or Paris Fashion Week debut.
Did
And my
she?
gosh, she looks beautiful.
I woke up yesterday and she was a supermodel.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Cool.
Stunning.
How do you wrap your mind around that as a dad?
I wrap my mind around it because she's awesome.
Yeah.
Of course, she can do whatever she wants to do. And then my son is in 11th grade, so they're old.
I know it happens fast, doesn't it?
Wonderful. Yeah, life
really
goes
does,
fast, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, last time you saw me, I didn't have these grays.
I know. Last time I saw you, I didn't have this wig.
Chris, thanks, bud. We'll see you soon, okay?
All right, is that it? That's it?
Yeah, I don't want to keep your time. We've got certain amount of time with you. We can talk forever. But then Andrew
I have to do one more interview, then I have to go and do some push-ups and try and get.
Hey,
yeah, there you go. Get ready. All right, cheers, mate. Thank you.
All right, guys. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.